We are on the record. This is People of the State of Michigan versus James Lee Ruthruff, Ruthruff. And I am Magistrate Stefani Godsey with the 55th District Court. This is a weekend arraignment. Today is Sunday, February 5, 2023. It's 11:24 a.m. Mr. Ruthruff appears before the court via video conference from the Ingham County Jail for this felony arraignment. Mr. Ruthruff, could you please confirm your date of birth?
Yes, ma'am. 6/19/1987.
All right, thank you very much. And Ms. Nickel, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Magistrate Tara Nickel from the Ingham County Public Defender's Office on behalf of Mr. Ruthruff for arraignment only this morning. I did have an opportunity to speak with him regarding the allegations. I'd asked the court to enter a stand mute plea on behalf of Mr. Ruthruff for the purposes of arraignment. He has requested the Public Defender's Office, and I would demand a preliminary exam in this case. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Nickel. All right, Mr. Ruthruff, the court has before it a multi-count felony criminal complaint, and that complaint alleges that on or about February 4 of 2023 at 2243 Gun Road in Delhi Township, Ingham County, State of Michigan, that the defendant did, contrary to law in count 1, possess with intent to deliver less than 50 grams of a mixture containing the controlled substance cocaine. This is a felony punishable by up to 20 years in prison and or $25,000 fine. A consecutive sentence may be imposed for any other felony conviction. Count 2 alleges the defendant did break and enter or did enter without permission a dwelling located at 2243 Gun Road, and while entering, present in, or exiting the dwelling, did commit a larceny. Contrary to Michigan law, this is referred to as home invasion in the second degree, felony punishable by up to 15 years in prison and or $3,000 fine. Count 3 alleges the defendant did buy, receive, possess, conceal, or aid in the concealment of a Subaru Forester, a stolen motor vehicle, knowing or having reason to know or reason to believe that the motor vehicle was stolen, embezzled, or converted contrary to Michigan law. Felony punishable by up to 5 years in prison and or $10,000 fine, or 3 times the value of the motor vehicle, whichever is greater. Finally, you're being charged under the habitual offender 4th offense notice. Take notice, defendant was previously convicted of three or more felonies or attempts to commit felonies, and that on or about June 16th of 2006, he was convicted of resisting and obstructing in violation of state law in the Eaton County Circuit Court. On or about September 24th, 2008, convicted of domestic violence 3rd offense, contrary to Michigan law, in the 30th Circuit Court for Ingham County. And on or about March 20th, 2012, was convicted of breaking and entering 2nd offense in violation of state law, also in the Ingham County Circuit Court. And there's actually another one. On or about July 20th of 2016, convicted of domestic violence 3rd offense, also in the Ingham County Circuit Court. So basically, as the habitual offender 4th offense notice, the penalty on the underlying counts in this felony complaint now become punishable by up to life in prison if the primary offense has a penalty of 5 years or more, and 15 years or less if the primary offense has a penalty under 5 years.
Holy shit, man. That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
Mr. Ruthruff, do you understand what has been read to you as well as the maximum penalties? I'm not asking you if you agree with it, just that you were able to hear and understand what was read to you.
I heard you, yes.
Okay, very well. All right, I have noted that you are requesting the Public Defender's Office to represent you in your case. That is, you'll hear from the Public Defender's Office as to whether you've been approved for their services. Mr. Ruthruff, you're scheduled to appear in the 55th District Court for a probable cause conference on Tuesday, February 14th at 8:30 in the morning, and then a preliminary examination then the following week on Tuesday, February 21st at 9:30 in the morning. You'll need to, if you are not incarcerated, you are required to appear in person at our courthouse for both of those court dates. All right, Mr. Rothroff, any questions about that?
No, man. No, I got it.
Okay. The exam is demanded on Mr. Rothroff's behalf, and with that, Ms. Nichol on bond.
Thank you, Magistrate. As stated on the record, Mr. Ruffruff is still presumed innocent. I do understand from the reading of the complaint that Mr. Ruffruff is facing a have offender notice. I still ask the court to issue a bond. In this case, I would argue that this is not a case where bond should be denied. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Nichol.
Over 50 grand, holy shit.
All right, Mr. Rothroff, some of your bond conditions, you'll get paperwork that'll spell out all of your bond conditions. The court's going to highlight a few. You're required to report to Ingham County Pretrial Services within 48 hours of your release from custody. I'm sure you probably know, Mr. Rothroff, that's just a phone call. You call them for each new felony case that triggers the
So you
requirement.
don't go up to the building. You don't go up to the building no more.
Well,
Like-
when if they tell you to, then you need to, but the initial report is just a phone call to them.
Okay.
And you'll be provided
Yes.
with their contact information. Additionally,
Yes.
starting now and until further order of this court, you're not to purchase, possess, or consume any alcohol or illicit controlled substances, no hard drugs. That also includes marijuana. You'll be required to participate in random drug and alcohol testing that will be set up through pretrial services.
I do need that shit.
Okay, you're not to purchase or possess any dangerous weapon of any kind, especially firearms and ammunition.
No problem.
And you are prohibited from entering onto the property located at 2243 Gun Road in Delhi Township.
Yes.
You cannot be there. Any questions about those conditions, Mr. Rothroff?
No, Your Honor, no, ma'am.
Right.
I never scanned. I never read before. I don't miss court. I don't. You know what I mean? I've been in Laos. I've been in county jail for almost 4 years, I believe.
Okay. All right.
You know,
Well,
I just got to think.
Mr. Rothroff, respectfully, sir, this is a recorded proceeding.
Yeah.
And it's very limited in its scope. Just to make sure you understand what the charges are. Give you your next court dates and set your bond. Okay. Now with that, the bond in this matter is going to be a $25,000 cash surety or 10% bond.
Thank you. Hey, Your Honor, ma'am, thank you so much for putting 10% on there. Hey, on my grandpa's grave, man. Man, I really fucked up that.
Mr. Rothroff, I'm sorry for all that you're going through, okay? You're all set with us, Mr. Rothroff. You can step out, let the deputies know you're all set with the 55th. And please take care of yourself, sir. Thank you, Ms. Nichol.
Thank you, Magistrate.
You too, you
Have a good day.